purpose of this video presentation is to help us all be more responsible environmental divers. At the start of a dive, always begin your dive on the sand, where you can comfortably sit and set up your camera, making sure strobes and everything's on, before becoming neutrally buoyant and going off on your dive. In surgey conditions, when approaching a subject with the two-handed camera hold and being neutrally buoyant at the same time, always causes reef contact and unnecessary damage to the reef. This practice should be avoided. A better approach would be to maintain negative buoyancy, because you do have a sandy ground in front of you. Always inspect the sand and make sure that you're not going to cause any harm to any organisms living in the sand. The next step is to make sure you find a nice place to hold onto the reef to steady yourself, with your left hand, right hand taking the photograph. When spotting a nice wide angle shot, approaching it, again holding the camera with both hands, trying to position your body low enough so that you can shoot up, often causes contact with the reef and unnecessary fins, arms contacting with the reef, causing a lot of reef damage. A better approach would be to maintain neutral buoyancy, approaching, finding a nice handhold with steady movements coming in until you are at the right angle for your shot. Always check your surroundings, make sure that you're not contacting with the reef. Take the photograph and gently move away. Sandy environments, although often nice and easy to go onto your knees to take the picture, often do hide things lurking in the sand. Always be diligent. Have a look for things such as this marble electric ray, which could give you a nasty shock if you did kneel on it. By knowing that it's there, one can position oneself nice and relaxed, take the photograph of the lionfish and move away. When we don't have a sandy environment to approach so we can go onto our knees, often we're trying to stay above the reef without holding on and having somewhere steady to position our body. Again, a lot of reef contact, fins touching the reef and all that to try and get the shot. And often we find divers pushing themselves off the reef, causing more damage. The better approach, a nice handhold, just two fingers holding the reef, checking that your fins are up above the reef, kicking so that you maintain yourself towards the bottom and take the shot, and then gently moving yourself away from the reef. Turtles, a favorite amongst photographers. When swimming along next to a turtle, swimming very fast often scares the animal. Nice gentle movements will keep the animal close to you. And also remember, never ever touch the turtle. Small macro subjects, always nice to find, but often have partners that are lurking in the shadows. Be careful of where you put your hands, because not only reef damage but also damage to yourself. Sleeping turtles should be left doing just that. When approaching schooling fish, fast, jerky movements, trying to set a camera in the middle of the school often causes them to swim away. Steady rhythmical breathing, slow approach, taking your photograph, moving away to do your settings again is the far better way to approach a school. When considering going through a swim through or a cave, always move nice and slowly, making sure that the tank on your back is not banging against the top edge of the overhang. Try not kick too wildly, keep your legs nice and easy. And when coming out the other side, slow movement will help you not to cause any damage to the reef. When we find nice subjects that are often hidden away underneath nice plate corals where you can't easily get to them, a good practice is to always, if you can't find something straight away, put your camera down on the sand and then survey the area, making sure that you're not going to cause any damage trying to get into the overhang where the subject is, looking for somewhere where you can put your hand, and then finding the perfect angle that you can shoot the subject at. Then get your camera again, find your handhold, good body positioning, legs up into the water column kicking down, and we can take our photograph. With compact digital cameras being smaller, we can put the entire camera under the overhang, which means we may not be able to look through the viewfinder or the monitor. Not a problem. Take the picture, view it, keep it or delete it. Easy as that. And finally, a few general tips. Always ensure that you have your lens cap off, and always ensure that you signal your intentions clearly to your buddy.